Dragon. Another vision?
Bad dreams, huh?
It seems so real.
Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
By that logic, does that mean that if we were able to figure out where that location was just now, we would know where the archdemon is? Of course, I don't think anybody is... It's not modern times, so nobody is really well-traveled enough to know every little corner of the world, but it seemed like some kind of an underground place. And is this like our first official confirmation that there is an archdemon then? Because up until now, people have been saying, oh, we haven't seen it yet, we don't know where it is. Well, it's here. The archdemon, is that the dragon?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow,
that's spooky.
When I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Being able to understand the archdemon somehow feels more sinister, like we're becoming darkspawn by the nature of drinking their blood. Wait, it seems like the Grey Wardens are basically a GPS locator for the archdemon. Okay, so we definitely need that then, because we need to kill the archdemon to end the blight. Okay. Any other surprises I should know about?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow,
Aww.
You're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
We have each other, Alistair. We're not alone. Party camp. All of your party's injuries are healed when you return to camp. Oh, perfect. Should have waited earlier then. Each party member can be found somewhere in the camp, making it an ideal location to hand out new equipment, give gifts, or talk. Okay. Whoa, got some new quests. Oh, these are like the DLC things, I think, which we can do whenever, basically. I think I'll do maybe like... Let's go to one of those 4 locations first, and then we'll look at this, because I still feel like we don't have a very firm grasp of everything going on right now. And it would be nice if we could learn about the place a little bit more. Enchantment. Bodan and Sandal, the 2 dwarves from outside Lothering, seem to have pulled their wagon to the outskirts of the camp. You should talk to them both, and see what services they can offer. They're still here? Hey, everybody.
Yes. Well, here I am.
Ah, we could have talked here instead of standing around in Lothering for like a full hour. Okay, that's fine. Noted for the future.
What do you need? Ask away.
Can you teach others to be a Templar?
I already said I wouldn't. The answer is still no.
Okay. Hey, buddy.
Oh, why, you little...
What? What?
Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Oh. Nah, it was just a warning. He could have taken a hand off.
And don't you think I don't know it? Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
We should probably teach Troy that some people are our allies, though. In the heat of battle and all that, we wouldn't want him biting Alistair. Sten. Where's Morrigan? She all the way over there? Wow. Okay.
Yes.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Yeah.
Very well.
I was just joking.
As you wish.
Here to waste your time, that's all. Morrigan, why are you all alone here? I didn't think you were that antisocial. If anything, I would have expected Sten to be the one that's alone. It's not about being social too. If you're farther away, it might be bad for defenses. We might get ambushed, so on and so forth. What you got going on here? Oh, are those health potions? Can I have one? Can I have one?
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
Can you teach others to become shape changers?
Possibly, if I had the desire to. I do not.
And why not?
I was told to accompany you and to help you, and that I shall. This may extend to the teaching of my mother's skills in time. For now, I simply do not know you well enough. I promise nothing.
Do both Alistair and Morgan teach me stuff, eventually? Because it sounds like it. Well, you can teach people to become a shape changer? I'm a warrior, can I even learn that?
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to discuss something personal.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Wait, the last time we looked at this... Why is that so rude sounding? I don't know if we should say that. Wasn't there something like, why are you such a cold-hearted bitch or something? I don't, never mind. Okay. That didn't seem like a personal question. Nobody else has that one subsection.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick at your service once again. Now, before you say anything, I do recall that your business is private. But I saw your camp and couldn't help but stop. Is there anywhere safer to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
Didn't you leave like 5 hours before I did? You're free to stay, just mind yourselves.
Wonderful. Thank the kind lady, won't you, boy?
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
What is an enchantment?
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
Have you heard any rumors?
I hear news from Dinnerham that Tyrn Loghain has been declared the new regent. It makes sense, his daughter being the queen. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
That is old news. So, what's your story exactly?
Well, if you're really interested, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too.
Hey.
Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Dwarves are underground. So are Darkspawn. So was that vision that we just saw of the archdemon. I wonder if that's related somehow. Lost glory?
Our kingdoms once spanned the length of Thados, from majestic Orzammar to Kal Sharok to glittering Darmalin far to the west. They say the gold and silver veins ran so thick through the stone of Darmalin that the entire city sparkled. The Darkspawn took it all, of course. One by one, the old Tigers fell, and then all that was left was Orzammar. But we were talking about how I ended up here, weren't we? One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother.
Oh,
He'd
no.
been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
Well, as Morrigan would say, you can't steal from a dead person. Is it stealing if you take it off a dead person? Did you steal them?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost Tigers, they're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure, something worth a little gold.
Isn't that stealing?
To the nobles it is. They believe everything in the Tigers belongs to the house that once dwelled there, even if it's in ruins and they haven't seen it in generations.
That's
The
true.
noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
Maybe the difference between their habitat, the elves and the dwarves, is why their fates are different. Because the dwarves seem relatively untouched with the whole, like, oh, you know, slave or elves became slaves business. But the elves are on the surface level, and therefore the chantry or humans can get to them, but then the dwarves are just sort of underground doing their own thing. And now here you are.
Yes, here I am. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
But where did these goods come from? Not the deep roads.
Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the lost tides, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming.
What do you mean?
People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the Horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
Fair enough, but you should be a politician. You've got a way with words. Everyone has to make a living somehow.
That's what I tell myself, too. These are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend.
You didn't mention your son in your tale.
Yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
That's good. Oh, speaking of which, I wonder if interracial relations or marriages or families are even a thing here. Could a dwarf and an elf produce a child? An elf and a human? No clue. I assume no? I assume? Blood isn't all that important.
That's how I've always felt. As long as he's happy, so am I. It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
Samuel seems like he might be really young or maybe neurodivergent. Probably a good thing that you took him in. Welonz Kuzlin saying, blood isn't everything. Yeah, that's rich. Let me see your wares, Bodan.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Do you have a backpack? You have tombs of physical technique. This gives a point to spend on a talent or spell. These are things that we can't afford. These are things that we can't afford. Will you be here every single time I come to the camp? Maybe not. Oh yeah, these are a bit pricey. Can we get like a two-handed sword or some nice... Ooh, runes! Upgrade weapons by enchanting them with runes. Okay. But we change, because we're in the beginning here, we change weapons so often, it feels like it might be a waste to do so. Unless if these are... you could use these repeatedly, which I don't think is the case. Grey Warden hand puppet. Freaking give this to Alistair, right? Oh, free! It's free! Why is it free? Stick is free. Freaking give it a Troy. Oh, these are maybe beginning gifts that are free for me because people... they want you to know how it works, probably. Alistair doll? It's eerily reminiscent of Alistair. He could either really like it or really hate it. It's one way or the other. Oh no, my capacity. We gotta give these away. Pet rock? Pet rock? Canary prayers for the... okay, some of these are pretty obvious. Who would like it? You know, obviously Sten would like the pet rock. Amulet of Memories. Who likes memories? Oh, I'm worried about my... Wait, let's hold on here for a second. Hold on. Oh, there's so many... Is this normal? There's so many gifts here. Oh, backpack. Yes. Right now. Uncrushable pigeon. Is this normal? It just seems like there's so many. Okay, hey, stay here, okay? Stay here. Ugly boots. Probably, I don't know. Liliana seems like she's into fashion, so don't give her the ugly boots. Okay, thank you. I don't know how to... Oh, Sandal, hello.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... What was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
Savant for what? Enchantment? Magic? What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment.
And there you have it.
Well, I want some enchanting done.
Enchantment.
Oh, what is this? Not every weapon can be enchanted? Do I have this already? I do, I picked this up. No! Because Sten doesn't even use this. He's not gonna use that for long. Don't do it. Yeah, same story. Thank you, but not right now. Runes and enchantment. All enchantable items in the party inventory, including those currently equipped, can be upgraded by an enchanter, so long as you also have runes available. Select the item you wish to enchant, then drag and drop the desired runes into the slots on the item. And who are you? Hello, you are human?
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
Duncan never mentioned you.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
This sounds kind of suspicious. How did you know Duncan?
It's a bit of a tale, that is. But I'm the one who brought the Grey Wardens back to Ferelden. Well, I was one of the ones. There were a lot of us. Make us breath, I'm a bit nervous. Honoured to be here, really.
Go ahead and tell your tale.
After King Marek freed us from the Orlesians, the Grey Wardens begged the King's permission to come into Ferelden, some sort of internal business. Me and a mess of other Warden sympathisers spoke on behalf of your order. Tan Loghain was very much against letting Orlesian Wardens in the kingdom. But Marek, Andraste, bless him, was a fair-minded monarch and he let them in. So that's why I was there when the Wardens and their leader Genevieve presented herself to the King. The first Wardens in Ferelden in over a century. Proudest day of my life, that was. Duncan was a bit of a scamp back then. We were of an age and struck up a friendship. The King himself went with the Wardens on their mysterious business. When he returned, he rescinded King Ardland's decree, and the Wardens came back to Ferelden for good.
Marek rescinded the decree just like that?
Marek was a bit of a visionary. A powerful mind, that one. In his travels with the Wardens, he must have seen how important their cause was, and been moved by it.
I'm still a little bit suspicious of everything happening here. Well, I thank you and your part in bringing the Wardens here.
Oh, his stomach's all aflutter. You're welcome.
What promise did Duncan make to you?
Well, as you know, my family's name is mud around noble circles.
No, I didn't know that.
My grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arland banished the Wardens and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
What happened next?
Hard to say. After King Arland died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one, and our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
I'm surprised you kept your name.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the Blight. We're not ashamed of that.
So what favor did you ask of Duncan?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honor.
Okay, that seems like a reasonable thing. The way he came up to me and he's like, oh yeah, I knew your old man, and he promised me he'd do something, immediately made me think he was gonna try to scam me or something. But hey, if you're just asking for a title, that's not materialistic. Alright, well, I've never even heard of Soldier's Peak though.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Arland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
Why didn't Duncan help you?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new wardens and meeting with good King Caelan. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostagar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
How will reclaiming the peak help the Wardens?
Soldier's Peak has strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost Warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now. I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it at least?
Yeah, your family's faith will be rewarded. I will help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Was that one of the DLCs? Because I remember Soldier's Peak. Yeah, I think it might be. Right, okay, sure. Sophia Dryden. You know what? We'll read those ones before we do the quest. I think that might be it for the camp for now. Wait, hold on. How do I give a gift? Everyone looks so silly with the hats. Maybe, hold on. Alistair. I've got way too much crap. There's too many. Oh, wait, what? Oh, here we go. We have to change to the person first. I see. So you probably want that Grey Warden ham. Oh, wait. Does the color tell me if somebody should have the item or not? Because only this one is the right color. Grey Warden hand puppet. Tin helmeted puppet is painted with blue and grey heraldry of the Grey Wardens.
I could get used to this, you know.
Whoa! 71 and that's only neutral? My god, okay. Party approval. One of your party members has begun to genuinely like you and respect your leadership. As you improve your relationships with party members, head back to camp to speak with them. They'll be much more willing to open up when they don't have to worry about death around every corner. And you'll need to talk to them more if you want to continue to improve your relationship. 50 seems like a lot though, because up until now the talking has been like 1 or 2 and then suddenly 50. Oh. Wait, we got a skill from that. Oh, he got a skill from that. Minor Constitution. Oh. Well, this feels... Maybe this is DLC stuff too, I don't know, because the way that merchant had a whole bunch of free gifts didn't seem normal. I can't tell. I mean, obviously I can't tell, but maybe I will hold off on the rest of the gifts then. Or we can wait until we really piss them off and then give them a gift being like, I'm sorry, darling, are you mad? I'll make you happy again, don't worry. Okay, while we're chilling out here anyway, I think this would be a good time to do a little bit of catching up on the Codex. We read about creatures. Surprisingly not that many creatures here, 33. Let's see, let's read a little bit about characters. Alistair, pretty sure we read this one already? Oh, the last paragraph is new. Alistair is fascinated by magic, even as his life is defined by fighting its darker manifestations. He has a fondness for strange runestones and figural studies of arcane creatures. Is that a hint from the gift, maybe? Queen Honora. We have been given the gift of freedom by our forebearers. Let us not squander it. The only child of the war hero Logain Mactir, Honora has never been one to stay quietly in the background. It is common knowledge that in the 5 years Honora and Kaelin held the throne together. Held the throne together? She was the one wielding the power. Oh, wow, okay. She is held in much higher esteem than her husband by the people of Ferelden, nobility and commoners alike, and commands the respect even of foreign nations, having once inspired Empress Celine of Orlais to declare, Honora of Ferelden is a solitary rose among brambles. Wow. Then why do we need a regent then? She can already do everything. King Kaelin. Theron. I'd hope for a war like in the tales, a king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. Son of the legendary King Merrick Theron. First Ferelden king born into a land free from foreign rule, yes. He fell in battle alongside Duncan at Ostagar. We read this one already. Who the hell is that? Sir Cawthorine? Some of us know what honor and loyalty are. Cawthorine came to Logain's service the hard way. She belonged to a poor family and was out doing work on the farm when she saw a man on horseback being attacked by several bandits. She rushed to his assistance and found out belatedly that the man she saved was none other than the great hero Logain. Though she was hardly more than a child, he took her in, offering her a position with his soldiers, and she climbed through the ranks through sheer determination. Becoming the commander of Merrick's shield, Logain's elite soldiers was the proudest moment of her life. Ah, I'm guessing it's that lady that was in the cutscene when we lit the beacon, and she's like, oh no, when Logain was like, okay, we're retreating, and then she's like, why we're retreating? That lady? Duncan. We've read the beginning of this. He was killed in battle against the overwhelming numbers of Darkspawn at Ostagar alongside King Kaelin. Arl Eamon Gurin. Nobility does not exist without obligation. We owe all we have, even our lives, to our land and our people. As the maternal uncle of King Kaelin, Arl Eamon is one of the king's most trusted advisors. Redcliffe, while not a large or especially wealthy part of Ferelden, is a critical strategic location. The fortress guards a western pass that leads to Orlais, as well as a major trade route with Orzammar. A well-respected man, though not the most charismatic, King Kaelin once said of him, "My uncle Eamon is a man everyone thinks well of, when they remember to think of him at all." He fell ill with a mysterious condition that even magic could not treat. We should go. We don't know what's gonna happen to him. Flemeth. You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Oh yeah, we got a long one here. The Legend of Flemeth. Ages ago, legend says Ban Conabar took to wife a beautiful young woman who harbored a secret talent for magic, Flemeth of Highever. And for a time they lived happily, until the arrival of a young poet, Osen, who captured the lady's heart with his verse. They turned to the chastened tribes for help and hid from Conabar's wrath in the wilds, until word came to them that Conabar lay dying. His last wish was to see Flemeth's face one final time. This kind of sounds like that one story about the demon and the, put your lover's ashes on my grave or never speak to me ever again. The lovers returned, but it was a trap. Conabar killed Osen and imprisoned Flemeth in the highest tower of the castle. In grief and rage, Flemeth worked a spell to summon a spirit into this world to wreak vengeance upon her husband. Vengeance she received, but not as she planned. The spirit took possession of her, turning Flemeth into an abomination. A twisted, maddened creature, she slaughtered Conabar and all his men and fled back into the wilds. For 100 years, Flemeth plotted, stealing men from the Chastened to sire monstrous daughters. Horrific things that could kill a man with fear. These Korkari witches led an army of Chastened from the wilds to strike at the Alamari tribes. They were defeated by the hero Cormac, and all the witches burned, so they say. But even now the Wilders whisper that Flemeth lives on in the marsh, and that she and her daughters steal those men who come too near. When we were in the Korkari wilds, I'm just thinking, we met them so easily, Morgan and Flemeth, but they might normally only appear to people they want to. Like, they're normally very, very hidden. but they knew we were Grey Wardens, because we went to the tower to look for the treaties. And then that's when they decided to reveal themselves. Morrigan's mother saved the last Grey Wardens from death at the top of the Tower of Ishal, but just who or what Flemeth truly is a mystery. Logan... Morrigan. Witch of the Wilds? Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? Of herself, Morrigan says little. She does not deny being a Witch of the Wilds, but beyond that, everything about her is in question. Her mother claims to be Flemeth. That was a... this is a strange sentence to me. Her mother claims to be Flemeth. Because her mother might not actually be Flemeth. And I don't even know. If that's true, the Morrigan... Then Morrigan might well be a very powerful witch, for the tales of the daughters of Flemeth tell of twisted, monstrous women who can kill a man with fear. While we don't know if they're related by blood. She was made to accompany the surviving wardens, the payment, Flemeth said, for saving their lives at the Tower of Ishal. Yeah, the way she says it makes it sound like Morrigan being with us is actually a detriment for us, so I don't know. I'm not saying we can't trust her, she seems okay, but there's probably more going on with her. Wynn. That was a lady back at Ostagar, the one of the mage ladies who we talked to. I will not lie motionless in a bed, with coverlets up to my chin, waiting for death to claim me. Wynn's talent became apparent early on, particularly her skill at healing magic. She was well liked by all her mentors, and was recognized as an exceptionally gifted student. Even the Templars who watched her could not deny that she represented the best the Circle had to offer. She was an intelligent young woman who possessed a quiet confidence and maturity beyond her years. She spent many years mentoring apprentices within the Circle, and her peers thought so highly of her that she was asked to be the first Enchanter Irving's successor. But she refused, saying that she had no desire to work in the upper echelons. When word reached the Tower of King Kaelin's call to arms, Wynn volunteered to go to Ostagar. Okay. Let's read one more. Logan, I think we read the beginning of this one. Yeah, he was born a farmer. During the Battle of Ostagar, he fled the field, leaving King Kaelin and the Grey Wardens to die. He then returned to Denerim and declared himself the regent to his daughter, Queen Enora, demanding that Ferelden follow him against the Darkspawn, upsetting a great many of the bands. Ban Tegan Gurin. Gurin. Arl Eamon... Oh, related? They must be related. The Banorn will not bow to you simply because you demand it. It was the one guy who defied him in the cutscene. Younger brother to Arl Eamon of Redcliffe and uncle to King Kaelin, Tegan holds the Banorn of Rainisfair, a tiny province of Redcliffe's squeeze between the Frostback Mountains and Lake Calenhad. Ban Tegan avoids the Denerim court except to go hunting with his nephew, and rarely makes himself heard at the Landsmeet, preferring to leave politics to his brother, and yet he spoke up. He spoke up because his nephew died. If he wasn't gonna speak up then, who would? We'll leave the other one for the DLC, and... should we just get going? Should I try giving another gift?
Yes.
No, this is not how you do it. Liliana... Well, these two are the ones flirting with me right now, so it makes sense that I want to give them gifts. Would you like a cake? A soggy brown cake-like object that has probably seen better days. This was found by Troy. Flecks of dog spittle still cling onto it. Oh, that's beautiful. Why would you not like that? Liliana? How would you like it if we got married immediately?
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Okay, there's a very big variance in the gifts then. Plus 50 versus plus 5. Okay. Fat lute. A favorite of traveling bards, the fat body lute is a sturdy instrument with rich tone and a melodious sound.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, like, the ones that are highlighted in that, like, normal color seem to be the right ones. But the ones that we were buying from the shop earlier, like in this dwarven shop, seem like they might be different. Yeah, we get abilities from this. What? I'm gonna hold off on this. I don't know if I'm doing something... Did a mod do something weird, or... I don't know. Okay, I was a little bit worried about those gifts because it really didn't feel too right. And I looked it up. It looks like they are part of a DLC that, the plus 50 is basically not supposed to happen. Like, it happens with the DLC gifts, but normally gifts only give like plus 5 or plus 10. that in itself might have been okay, but I saw someone say that because your relationship is changing so rapidly with your party members, it can potentially cause our interactions to skip dialogue. Because in the beginning here, everyone's basically strangers, but the plus 50 makes us into much closer friends, and all the stuff in between just gets skipped over, which I definitely don't want happening. So I decided to reload the save, not give the gifts, and I think we should continue like this for now. If we want to play with gifts, let's just focus on giving the ones that we already have. So that's to say, I'm okay with giving the ring to Liliana again, but I noticed that bronze symbol of Andraste. She's kind of religious, right? So I think she would actually like this one even more.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
There you go. You can still have a ring. You can still have it.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Hey, didn't that give like a +5 before? But this time it's +4. Okay, yeah, if it's the ones that we already have, we can feel free to give it away. And I feel like we should because, you know, inventory problems and all. What do you like, Alistair? I don't even know. Do I want everyone to like me? I mean, I guess in general, yeah, why would you not want people to like you, right? Sure, I don't even know what this is. It's a bunch of words. Golden Scythe, 490 black, like what? I don't know what this is.
Is that for me? Really? Wow. Wow.
Are you that happy? You're welcome. Would you like a small carving of a robed woman? This one sounds kind of religious too. This is a bracelet with dwarven runes. Makes me feel like we might get a dwarven party member later and then we should save it for him. I don't know, man. Yeah, okay, we'll leave it at that for now, maybe. Yes. Yes, that's what we saw before. Yeah, let's stick to— oh, okay. Oh, okay, sweet. Yeah, see, last time we did the big gift and it unlocked 2 at the same time. Normally, you can just unlock, you know, a little bit, which makes far more sense. Yeah, I don't think overall we have to worry too much about this. We can use those backup gifts as like a way to fix things if things go wrong. Stan, would you like a pet rock? Oh no, the pet rock was part of the thing. Never mind. I don't think anybody would like this though. What would Sten like? Probably something a bit more practical? Do you even like me right now? A little bit. A little bit. You can have a book.
Unexpected. Thank you.
Okay, everyone can have a little something. Troy, would you like the cake you found? You can have it. Oh, you know what? Troy loves me by default anyway. It doesn't matter. He always loves me. No matter what. So that was a waste of a gift actually, but hey. Morgan, would you like one? You can have a tribal necklace.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Yeah, it looks like +5 might be default and then +10 would be like a better gift. So maybe we haven't been hitting the right ones, but hey, who really cares? It's fine. It'll be fine. Okay, did we get any other skills from that? I don't think so. What is our relationship with Alistair? Is it really strong? He gave me like a... warm. I see. Okay, that seems more normal. No +50 jumps. Let's get going then. I believe we go out this way. And I'll make a hard save here, you know, just in case. But I think this is probably the right call. Let's go. Oh, this is gonna kill me, having to pick every time. My philosophy in general is I like to have roughly equal time with everybody. Yup. Which means, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, Sten and I seem to have pretty similar skill sets. Two-handed sword, warrior, which makes me feel like I probably shouldn't be picking him, but I will be completely disregarding that because I just want to hear people talk. That's all. But then again, we can hear them talk back at the camp as well. Liliana though, she's our only rogue, so I feel like we need her to open chests.
Indeed.
It's just like that whole thing back in Mass Effect 1 where you needed the tech specialist to open certain things. It's the exact same situation, really. I feel bad for leaving Sten behind. But I think this is a good composition, you know? Like that, because then we have a mage, we have a warrior, that's not me, and then I'll come back for you, Sten. I'll come back. Okay, where do we want to go? This is the camp. Wow, we really can go to Denerim? But that's so dangerous. That's so dangerous. Let's go to Redcliffe. Find Arl Eamon. Frostback Mountains. Border with Orlais. Sulcher's Pass, the DLC? Redcliffe Village, a fishing village on the shores of Lake Calenhad. We can go back here too. Okay. Wide open world. Oh, okay. What the heck? Uh-oh. I think they may be thinking that I was wanting to look at the map, but I wanted to travel. No, come on.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes.
Alright. What the heck? Okay. Oh, alright. Okay, let's go to Redcliffe Village. Oh! What? Oh, got stopped along the way. Okay, I see. Let's go, guys. We can't get the one up on them this time. Oh, jeez. My goodness. Alistair should be going in. Is everybody aiming at the right thing? Oh, you know what, Morgan? You come over here. Did it not work? Yes, thank you. That's what I wanted. And then...
Begin the onslaught.
I changed everyone to take potions at 25% health. Hopefully that's gonna help us with the whole saving some potions thing. What is... That is a trap, guys! Oh my goodness. You gotta do something. Oh, you're stuck in the trap.
Watch it!
I don't know if it's something to do with like one of the mods I have. We good? But I noticed that the people's default tactics don't seem to be there. Like I looked in Sten's tactics slots earlier and I tried to switch it to Defender or Scrapper and it was just completely blank. I thought there would be stuff by default, but no. So I'm kind of afraid to look into it right now because if I look at it, it seems to start out with something in the custom section, but then, I don't know, it's weird. Dude, where are we going? Return path? Well, which is the way to get out of here then? This way? Oh. Liana.
Hello.
Can we do something about this? Maybe we'll look into it next time when we run into a trap that we see beforehand.